points. There's a notable absence. Klima seniorinnen was not mentioned by the state that was condemned, Switzerland. No word appeared on that ruling in the written submissions nor in the oral pleadings. In the written submission in March, Switzerland mentioned human rights, although to say that human rights bodies could not be required to check whether contracting states were complying with their obligations under the regimes such as the Paris Agreement, which is not really the point because no one asked the European Court to apply as such the Paris Agreement. And then in the comments in August, so after the judgment is from April, in the comments in August, Duarte Agostino is cited, but not Klima Senior, not the big case against Switzerland in which a decision on the merits was actually made. And Duarte has mentioned the Portuguese case to stress the territorial limitation, all without going on that then the court did say important things about embedded emissions, for instance, in Klima Seniorinnen, about the protection of human rights of a state's own citizens, and by doing that on state responsibility. So that's a notable absence. 50 states citing Klima Seniorinnen in way of alignment, Switzerland not mentioning it, and then maybe the really most frustrating or even embarrassing point is that, as you know, the Swiss Parliament criticized the decision. So both chambers of the Swiss Parliament criticized the decision as unduly activist, that the court exceeded its legal mandate, and the chambers of Parliament asked the government to communicate to the Council of Europe not to take any further steps to implement the judgment. And the really frustrating point is that Saudi Arabia picked this up and mentioned it before the International Court of Justice to say that that human rights are basically not important, not relevant for that advisory.